today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is the National Football League. We'll see Sam Darnold and the New York Jets taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have Josh Lambo out there to get us started, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball's supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Open that is Denzel Mims. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Well, the throw by Darnold, hauled in by the tight end Herndon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Jaguars, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call.
Receiving team. This is unbelievable.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Toss play to Robinson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Neville Hewitt on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run here with Robinson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And here comes Berrios. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. taking the give. Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Gore. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 46-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now he's flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Time will take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st down, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Darnold from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Gore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. He's got this one completed to Mims. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Screenplay, Johnson. He'll be hit down to 33, 5 yards on the play. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Darnold to throw again. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Devon Hamilton forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Sideline and incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Able to connect with Mims. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half throwing the football by Sam Darnold. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is ridiculous.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they drop it for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Minshew sets to throw. Gets around him. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down now, it's Thompson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 35 on second down, Minshew complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. This throw caught right around the 6. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Here's Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Opted to run forth, the decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gore. They get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will make our score 9-0.
Jaguars nothing.
Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Minshew and the Jaguars down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Minshew, 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
New York ready to go again offensively. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go.
This play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Jets are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Minshew on 1st and 10, and that's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. It'll be Minshew again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Jenkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
I'm a switch speed.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.